Hey everyone, Joel Hansen, and today we're outside Mama's Boys in Welland, Ontario. So essentially, Niagara Falls, Canada, here to do their big, undefeated, massive steak sub challenge. So it's kind of like a cheesesteak, or I might be calling it a cheesesteak, but you know, it's a sub sandwich nonetheless. So this is a massive, like apparently 6, 7, 8 plus pound cheese steak or sub sandwich, which has been undefeated for 7 years. That's right, there has been 81 attempts to date, and no one is successful. So we're gonna have 1 hour to complete the challenge. If we do, we get the meal for free, and if not, we are facing a $57 price tag. So let's head on in, look what this thing is all about, see what we can do, and ultimately let's have some fun. So let's go eat. Alright everyone, so here we are with the challenge. Absolutely massive. We have, of course, the cheesesteak meat, the peppers, onions, mushrooms, their signature gravy, and cheese. So this is what they're most known for, their big sub sandwiches, and this one definitely looks delicious. They did wrap it up. So yeah, anyway, but it looks really good. So pretty much we're gonna get started here. He did cut it into 4, that's how it standardly comes, so I'm good to go with the standard. But ultimately, yeah, 1 hour. Again, there's been 81 attempts and 0 completions, that's correct. So absolutely undefeated out of 81 attempts. So ultimately, let's cross your fingers, wish us luck. Like we said, this is a very large cheesesteak, and ultimately, let's see what happens. So let's go. All right, so let's get started. How about we say, at the count of 5, 4, just gotta unwrap one of these beasts of a sandwich. Actually, it's still steaming. Hopefully this isn't too hot. Alrighty, so how about we start, we'll say at the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Yeah. Woo! Man, that gravy. That is delicious. Hey everyone, welcome to this video where today we're here at Mama's Boys in Welland, Ontario, which is in the Niagara region. Here taking on their absolutely massive steak sub challenge, or monster steak sub challenge. So basically you have the absolute biggest, most loaded steak sub I have ever seen in my life, with everything from like onions to mushrooms to peppers to their signature gravy. That's like a big signature that they do for all their subs. They douse them in gravy. So yeah, just a huge amount of food, this challenge stood undefeated after 81 attempts. So this being the 82nd attempt, and hopefully we're able to get them the winner. Pretty straightforward challenge. I mean, you get the meal for free. You actually get a gift card. I forgot to mention that earlier. You get a gift card if you complete the challenge, and that's about it. It's like free meal, gift card. No one's complaining about free food, I'll tell you that much, and that's for sure. Yeah, very, very delicious. Definitely a big, thick cheesesteak.
Oh, that's awesome. So this is 85%. Yeah, I know. That's what I put him into the matches. When I saw him eating the first section, I'm like, this guy needs to do this for chill up. But we were teammating like 55 seconds. 4 1/4. The guys at my work, they get the zingers, and they're like, I can do a large full pro, and then you have small steak. Underneath pounds. Destroys everything.
This is heavy and dense. Woo. No shortage, that's for sure. So I definitely referred to this thing a couple times as like a cheesesteak, but it technically is just like a steak sub. It's not a cheese steak challenge, it's a steak sub challenge. But to me, I guess in my head, at least at the time, they're pretty similar. So I definitely was either mixing the words up or trying to use them interchangeably. But let me know down below if you think a steak sub is different than a cheese steak, because I don't really know if that's a technical difference. So you can answer that for me. Is a cheese steak different than a steak sub? But we'll say the food here, very, very delicious. These are well-known steak subs in the area, known for being very filling, known for being giant, just rich, savory, juicy, tender, and I will say that it absolutely satisfied and fulfilled all of those descriptors. So with this challenge, it is absolutely giant. Ours was weighing in about 9 pounds. Whereas I think sometimes, I mean, I would assume they could be a little smaller. I once heard that this challenge was about 6-ish pounds. However, I think it would just kind of depend, probably maybe on the day, or maybe it was just, I don't know, the amount of foil they use, the amount of gravy, the amount of beef, whatever it be. But definitely a very large challenge, but definitely a very, very delicious one.
The challenge had also been around for 7 years, and no one had completed it, otherwise they would have a wall of fame. And that was kind of what they said. They said, should they ever like actually get somebody to complete it, and whoever does complete it in the future, again, they were hoping for a winner. They were going to kind of do a little bit of wall of fame, and understandably, I understand, well, why it wasn't up yet. There hadn't been any winners. But I will say, crazy, just speaking to the difficulty of this challenge, having like 81 fails.
All right.
Oh, amazing.
Third piece. Very delicious. Very moist, very juicy. That gravy is super rich, super dense. My gosh, these things are heavy. Holy cow.
The price of the challenge is about $57, which, you know, I mean, I will say it's a huge sub. Like, you could easily, I mean, they cut this into 4, but ordering one of these things, I could definitely feed way more than 4 people. I've never, again, had such like a thick, dense, heavily loaded sub. So, I mean, you could probably actually feed like 8 people with this if you want it, you know, roughly, let's say like a pound a person, which that's actually about the average person's like stomach capacity is like 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds, and that's like full capacity. Most people don't even eat a pound a meal, so just goes to speak to the volume and the size of these items here.
It's a little messy, but you know it's a good win. All right. Gloves might have been a good call. However, I'm not really worried about using my hands.
Besides that, I think it was a pretty straightforward challenge. Again, very delicious tasting, a extra large 2-foot sub, although I will say I think it was at least 2 feet. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a bit bigger, to say the least. I'd say probably, in all reality, if I had to guess, probably more like 28 inches, but definitely huge. The bread was really nice as well. The gravy on the steak and that they poured over everything definitely added a nice bit of moisture, kept everything nice, juicy, and flavorful, and it just had a really, like, I'm gonna call it like a down home kind of traditional beef gravy flavor. It was really good, and this whole thing, I'd say, was actually very kind of comforting. If you're looking kind of for like a comfort dish, like in a grab and go style meal, I would say that this definitely satisfied that. Like, very much a back home comforting whatever meal. So you're ever missing your mom, I mean, hence the name Mama's Boys, maybe there's something, maybe they're playing with that word there, maybe there's something to it. But yeah, you're ever missing a home cooked meal, I mean, this place and a big steak sub like this would definitely satisfy it. But overall, like I said, no complaints. The food was tasting really nice, the staff were really great, but that ultimately lets you get to the rest of the video. Ultimately, we will see what happens, and maybe we'll get a winner. So let me know down below, do you think we can beat this challenge? Yes or no? And with that, I'll let you get to the rest of the video.
All right. Last quarter.
There's not one waiting.
And there's a little bit of bread right there.
I need to buy one. Yeah. Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
No, I gotta rate it up. Okay. Who might throw it out to? Restaurant Dagger? Actually, I can give you the
Thank you. 7 minutes?
name of the lady that won it.
We're making our way through it. Very delicious. No shortage of meat, no shortage of toppings. Bread's really nice and soft though. Woo, but that gravy is very, very good, very delicious, making it all quite moist. And definitely I can see why the steak sandwiches are a popular item here. All right, clean up the scraps. Yeah. Let's go side. Yeah, sure. Oh, and you can make it work. We are done. I think literally like 10 minutes basically right on the dot. Yes. Ooh. Oh, I got a burp. There we go. Woo! Hold on. There we go. Woo, all right, got the air out of me. All right, very delicious cheesesteak. I see why people really like their sub sandwiches here. And this was very good. So, giant cheesesteak, giant sub sandwich. It is now officially defeated. Again, we did have 1 hour, and we do get the $57 meal for free, so that's pretty cool. So glad to finally give them here a winner after 7 years. That's right, they've been here for 7 years with this challenge, and 81 attempts, and nobody has beaten that thing. Whew, I definitely a little messy, that's for sure. But yeah, overall, very delicious. So huge thanks to Mama Boys for having me out here. Again, if you're ever in the Welland area, feel free to stop by. Their sub sandwiches are definitely what they are known for, but they have other things on the menu as well. But yeah, if you want to try the challenge, whoa, excuse me. If you want to try the challenge, you do not need to give them advance notice. You just come on in, they'll do it on the fly for you. But yeah, so $57, otherwise you eat it, you get the meal for free, and you have 1 hour. So, everybody, till next time, hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, stay happy, healthy, hungry, happy eating. I really don't want to touch anything because my hands are so messy and my face is, but till next time, everybody, I appreciate you. You know what to do. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. If you click my face right here, you can subscribe. Yes, that's right. Click my face, subscribe, guys. It helps me out, it helps you out. Then you don't miss an upload. And hopefully I can meet you when I come to your city. Also, click a video right here. I specifically picked 2 videos. Yes, that's right. 2 videos specifically for you right here. So click a video right now. Get that going. And it's going to end. So click one quick. Let's go. Let's go. And have a great day.